Well, I decided to make a video. This is a rare occasion that I make a video to later post for people to see. This last few weeks, 2-3 weeks, have been the most shittiest for me, I would have to say. I'm 34 years old. I have nothing to speak for in my life except for a marriage that has fallen to shit because the man decided to beat me, rape me, hurt my children. My 3 kids are all I have left to show for it, and it's been almost a month now, and I'm fighting for them. I'm trying to take 2 of the 3 back from my soon-to-be ex-husband. I don't really have, too much to say. I've let out all my anger. I've let out... No, I have a lot to say that, I just decided to make a video because I deserve to be in the spotlight, even if it's my own spotlight for just a few minutes. Especially over, the emotional crap that I've endured over the last several weeks. My children telling me that they don't want to be with me. They go from fearing this man to thinking he has hung the moon. And, I'm the reason that they love him. He hasn't been around. I have told him that he used to be a good man. He used to be amazing. I can still think of happy times and songs that he would sing to me, but evidently that has left us. And now we are on to more serious issues as him and all of his girlfriends butting into my life. I'm sitting back. I ain't trying to be bugging. I ain't trying to be getting child support. I ain't trying to be hating. And the girls step all up in my face and get all up in my toe area. I told them to shut the fuck up and back down, but for the most part, they know I'm the head bitch, and that's just the way it goes. It's just the rules. But his new girlfriend, Carla Lynn, dumb bitch, she has exceeded and surpassed all expectations of retardation. Literally, she's telling me that I can't see my children, I cannot talk to my children. All the messages I try to send to my daughter online are being screenshotted. Like, I'm so evil. This has been the twilight zone for me. This has been God showing me just what I can handle, because through the years of being raped, lied to, beaten on, embarrassed, humiliated, abandoned, with children I could not afford, out of all of it, this has got to be by far the most crappiest time I've had to deal with. And I don't look good. I look like I've been put through the proverbial ringer, and I hope David is proud of himself, and I hope that he enjoys the visit that he has with my children right now. My children. I hope that he's just basking in it and soaking it up, because after 15 years of marriage, I have filed for custody of my children while pursuing a divorce. I have decided it's time to shit or get off the pot. Out of all the things that I've dealt with so far, mentally, physically, emotionally, all of it, all wrapped up into one, I would have to say that being the one there raising my children day in and day out, and being the one constant for them, and Megan's almost 15, 15 years, he's got to come and go as he pleases. He's not been, beat up too much over child support. I don't tell my kids bad things about him, because what good does that do? That don't do anything, That's nothing but negativity to the babies, I told them, we sit and watch the wedding videos sometimes. And it's like, oh, he used to be so cute. And they're like, Mom, that's gross. But, there is a good man inside of him somewhere that deserves to be loved. I had the pleasure of falling in love with him years ago, and knowing the David that nobody else sees and nobody else knows. And I do thank God for that. My 3 children, I will never, ever regret having my children. They're supposed to get on my nerves. They're supposed to get under my feet and be the reason I can't take a shower when I want and do the things I want when I want. That's what part of being a mom is. In these last several weeks, it feels like it's been an eternity. Just knowing that I can't go out to them and I can't just take them and make them do the right thing is hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. Having some girlfriend that doesn't even have custody of her own children tell me what I can and can't do and how I can and can't be around my children and whether or not I can and can't come around them is, makes you see things as a mom and as a woman in so many different ways. The first instinct is, who the fuck is this bitch? I want to go rip her head off. She needs to just shut her mouth and sit down because this ain't her party. This is not her party. She want to play house. She needs to go get her own kids. But, and I still feel that way. I still feel that way. She needs her head ripped off. I don't know who she thinks she is and who she's talking to. But I'm making this in hopes that by this time tomorrow, I'm on my way home with my babies because I have filed for custody with the divorce, sole custody, like the sole at the bottom of my shoe. Not joint custody, not physical, legal, blah, blah, blah. I have filed for immediate sole custody because he is an abuser. He's a rapist. He's a monster. He's neglected them. He's not given two shits about them. He's tried to be about them a little bit when he thought that it might make him look a little bit better as a person. But it's been shit, synthetic shit, since the get-go. And I will have earned the right to say that I am divorced. I have filed. I have taken my kids. And they ain't gonna like me when they get back here. They think Daddy Wonderful's just amazing right now. And whatever he's feeding them, he's giving them healthy doses of it because they don't want to see me. They don't want to hardly talk to me. But, I get to looking online and no matter how I feel, I cannot be taking this personal because they're being abused right now. Technically, doctors have named it as PAS, Parent Alienation Syndrome. And they're suffering right now as much as I am suffering and I'm hurting with them lashing out at me and saying that they don't want to see me. They'd rather be with Daddy. And I have had friends and my old man, the guy I'm seeing now, I've had people tell me, don't take it personal. Do not take it personal because you have to stop and see what they're going through right now. And gosh darn, that's so hard. This is ripping my heart out every day. I sit here and cry while they're posting on Instagram and on Facebook about how glorious every day is. And I'm sitting with my guts ripped out. But, I do got to see that they are being abused right now. And if I am to be the parent that I know that I am, I've got to keep that in mind while I'm hurting. I've got to keep it in mind that they don't know what they're up to. They don't even know the half of what they're in right now. They think that they're finally getting their dad's attention and Daddy's finally loving them when he's using them to hurt me. He told me when I decided that I didn't want to be with him this final time that he would do this to me and he would hurt me with my kids. And I didn't, they're old enough now. I tell them when they go to walk out the door with anybody, the biggest man fall like a stone, take them down by their knees, crack them in the knee, they go down. I like to think that they got good heads on their shoulders. That, this is, like I said, this is showing me I'm seeing David through a whole new light. I'm seeing my children differently. And the way that I will be perceiving them from now on, there's a lot of trust that needs to be earned back because they went behind my back and decided they were going to relocate. And in the weeks that they were lying to me, saying that, there were all these excuses why they couldn't come home. Hey, I said, hey, let me come get you. Let me come get you. We won't let Carla and her mama don't have to worry about it. I'll come get you babies. No, they get mad at me and hang up the phone. They don't want to tell me where they're at and what's going on. They've got a lot of trust to earn back from me because they done be shitting in their nest. My daughter don't want to come back at all. Because she knows that she's messed up. Now my ride is here and I have to leave to appease him, so I'm going to have to cut this short. Bleh.